Well, hello. Welcome back to Library Chat on the Bolinda green carpet, VALA2016. And today we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to do some 5-minute chats with each of the keynotes. And these are going to be titled around 5 minutes on and then a particular topic. So first of all, I'm going to be talking with David Lankes, who's the Professor and Dean Scholar at Syracuse Uni in the School of Information Studies. So David, I thought we'd talk about 5 minutes on information versus knowledge, and are they the same thing? It's something that I've thought about quite a bit in terms of where knowledge becomes information, etc. So, are they the same thing?
I don't think they're the same thing. I quite honestly have a hard time defining what information is to begin with, but I know what knowledge is, and knowledge is how we, as human beings, which sounds really grand, but how we encounter the world. When we sort of approach a situation, when we approach a person, when we approach a problem, what comes to mind, what do we do, how do we think about it? So it's sort of a uniquely human thing. I think this matters because oftentimes libraries talk about housing knowledge. And I don't think you can do that. I think that it really is a matter of we can house materials, we can house tools, we can house lots of things to spark and build knowledge, including people and conversations and way of connecting them. But it ultimately comes down to what is it that help people interact with their lives and work. And that puts the emphasis, instead of the stuff and how much and where do we put it and is it well organized, to are we helping people make better decisions? Are we helping them have an impact in their life? So I think it's a crucial change that by focusing on what we do of building knowledge as focusing on a human activity, it puts the focus on impact in people, not on things and stuff and collections.
Yeah, because I think libraries often talk about knowledge because knowledge is the sexy word.
Yeah.
And it's the one that somehow raises it to profile for funders, etc.
I've actually had libraries that have backed away from it. They're very unhappy with that because they say, you know, look, I'm in an academic institution. I'm in the university. The professor's job is knowledge and teaching. I'm just the information business. Don't hold me accountable for the books I handed to them. And, you know, it changes what you evaluate. It changes what you assess. It changes what you count. So when you say, look, this person graduated from uni with this degree, what percentage of that effort was accountable to the university library? What part of it was you helping them do that? That can be an uncomfortable question, but it is the right question to ask as opposed to how much stuff did you circulate last Thursday?
Right, and that's where life gets really interesting, right? And I wasn't planning on saying this, but I was just thinking about artificial intelligence and where that starts to blur the lines between information and knowledge, and can a artificially sentient being actually have knowledge? You know,
it's an interesting question. I had a good advisor, Mike Eisenberg, who once said, we're just going to use natural intelligence until artificial intelligence catches up. And then someone once said, well, aren't libraries going to be, librarians put out of a job if there's a truly sentient artificial intelligence? I said, aren't we all going to be put out of a job if there's truly sentient artificial intelligence? I'm willing to wait for that problem to come down the road. But it does talk about how we can intelligently use retrieval algorithms, mechanisms. Software's getting better. And if you put yourself in the access business, I had over Twitter, someone said, oh, I'm in the access business, not the knowledge business. I said, to what end? I mean, is it simply to say I open doors and close doors, or is it so that people can make better decisions and learn and have better life and greater opportunity? In which case, use whatever tool works. Use Google, use Amazon, use EBSCO, use whatever you want. Use drawing and paper and pen and tablets, etc. Because the goal and your importance isn't the tools. Your importance is the impact and the effect you have in your life. So I think that it comes down to that shift in emphasis from things and technology and transmission and moving things back and forth to knowing and learning and changing and impact. That's the big difference. We now need to get past the things we can count, which is relatively easy, to things that do count, which is relatively hard. Right? You know, it counts that people are smarter. It counts that they have better job opportunities. It counts that they get better school. And whether you come from a cultural heritage perspective where you talk about enrichment and lives being better and richer, or whether you come from a particularly utilitarian notion of they know more and can do more and perceive it, it all comes down to the idea of it's not the things and tools that make that happen, it's the people, and that's your measure of success.
Yeah, and I think translating that into the reasons why libraries do what they do,
Yeah.
and hold the information that they hold, and those outcomes in a wider society.
Yeah. I've been having this nice little, it's lovely to put out. I unfortunately speak in bumper sticker, right? Anything that can fit in. And so people, they work great to tweet out. And so it's like that, you get in these great discussions about, based on one tweet out of an hour-long conversation, based on a 400-page book, based on a 25-year career. But one of them was, I think yesterday I said something to the effect of, if you got into becoming a librarian because you love books is like becoming a cop because you love guns. And people are like, but it's okay that we love books. I said, yes, it's absolutely okay that you love books. But if you're still in the job because you love books, that's not why people stay. They stay, come for the books, stay for the knowledge, stay for the impact and the change and making people's lives better. When I talk to great librarians, that's what they talk about, so.
That's 5 minutes with David Lankes.
There you go.
Thank you, David.
Thank you very much.